Holy howdy to you, expanding beautiful gifts of creation. Precious ones, on this spiritual nectar, I'm sharing on an experience the wife and I had with my neurologist, Mrs. C, recently. She had been my neurologist before my stroke in 2021. I admire her and respect her skyfuls. She shared with Diane and I what my watchers have already shared with Rev, that there's nothing else she can do for me with the chronic Lyme and the neuropathy and the long-term C stuff. By the way, those three have been incredible high teachers of the mystical more for Rev. Dr. C is well aware of my near-death experience, which is on my health charts, and it's also in my records where a doctor wrote my recovery from the stroke was a miracle. Since the C stuff in December of 2021, the walking, the balance has been challenging, but Rev has experienced walking and balance in higher realms, though. It's like when you lose some of your physical eyesight or your total eyesight, where you can't see anymore. Your other gifts, like hearing, they kick in, they blossom, they become sharper and expanded. Very, very fascinating to Rev. I found this true in expanding who Rev truly is in these higher realms as I journey on the path of internal and eternal life of Rev Ned. Being my doctor, Mrs. C has seen me many times in the last 2.5 years. So I had an appointment with her as a follow-up for a head MRI and a carotid ultrasound. I know they did find a BOS. You know what a BOS is? A brain of sorts anyway. She shared there was nothing more she could do, and she knew I did not want prescriptions as advice from her, and she even mentioned this to the wife and I. I noticed her looking down at her watch and looking at us and looking at her watch and looking at us. There was something she was desiring to share with us. And she did finally share. What she was about to share I knew was going to be powerful because her energies were being released from her being and her eyes were releasing some of the element of water. She told the wife and I that when she's with us, she feels so tranquil, that tranquility fills the room in and around us and through us. Put yourself in Rev's roller-later and the wife's shoes. I started releasing the wonderful element of water coming from a neurologist. You know, I guess it was one of those droplet ceremonies. This patient room was being filled with gratitude through walking in tranquility, which is a byproduct of pure love. Dr. C didn't want to go out the door. And she desired to stay in there with the wife and I and soak in these loving, comfortable energies of tranquility. It was a special, sacred moment for us and for Dr. C. Something more fabulous and eternal than health situations and medical type energies at that time, in that moment of the now. Beautiful, loving energies came forth. Rev has taught for many years that we are thermostats wherever we go. We can change the atmosphere of a place like a grocery, a doctor's office, a grove, a meadow, a ceremony. Rev did not come to Earth to be a thermometer and just reflect back the current culture's energies of fear and stress. We are so much more. We're incredible beings of the more. I close with this quote from Elder Thaddeus, who's from the same place Dr. C is from. Elder Thaddeus was only supposed to live to the age of 5. He lived till the age of 88. Here's his quote, "Our life depends on the kind of thoughts we nurture. If our thoughts are peaceful, calm, meek, and kind, then that is what our life is like. If our attention is turned to the circumstances in which we live, we are drawn into a whirlpool of thoughts that will be void of peace and tranquility. End of quote. Thank you, Sky Rivers. I really mean it. Thank you, Rev Nevid. Appreciate you. Be you, precious ones. Yes, everybody else is taken. Your sacred gift to be unwrapped in so many beautiful ways. You're crammed full of abilities and gifts and talents that are connected to you internally and eternally. Big sky hugs to you. And again, Rev, be thinking about you. Till next time, take care. Bye-bye.